Where am I? I'm here. Happy whatever day it is. What day is it? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And it is, oh God, that's ugly orange. Look at that one. I don't know what that looks like. It's Reality with Chris Beverly. This is the Who's Starting On podcast on the Reality with Chris the YouTube channel. Don't mind me, I gotta go to this ugly ass lipstick. So we were talking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. When nobody's here yet, but you guys are getting here. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. For now, later on, I'll be back to talk pop culture news. But in the meantime, please, if you're listening on the Who Started You On podcast, everybody's here, the Who Started You On podcast side, that'd be amazing if you would hit me or give me a 5-star rating and a review. I take constructive criticism well, so, you can give me a review. You don't have to be me, but you can just, I take constructive criticism well. Yeah, so I don't, my people aren't here yet. I see everybody that's here live, but there's my mod. Mirror's here. And everybody else, I don't know. Let me see you on Instagram. Hey Bill, please hold the cuff. Thanks for joining. If you're still here listening. I'm gonna do pop culture news later. Of course, I'm gonna have the Justin Baldoni and that ridiculous thing that she called the amendment, whatever the heck that was, that she waited till last minute to drop, which I like, literally 11:59, which again to me it's like mocking it again. It's like still mocking the court or mocking the whole situation. Like you're waiting till 11:59, you're cool. You know what I mean? And like the shit that's in it's like, where are your new proof? Where is your smoking gun, Bill? Where's the smoking gun? I'm gonna need your help later, Bill. Please help the cuff, Bill. Bill, the detective is for New York, ex-detective, police detective. Amazing. I remember the first thing I ever said to him was, "Do you know Bo Dietl?" And anybody that watches me knows why I'm asking if he knows Bo Dietl. The corrupt little fucker that he is. Being cheeky, and you're cheeky. Well, it's not cute. I don't think it's fucking cute. Are you like out of your mind? You're already getting enough shit for making a joke out of it on Saturday Night Live. Like, you're going to literally make more of a mockery and be like, oh, wait till 11:59. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, just simply. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later when we come back. Because I don't think it's cheeky. I don't think it's cute. I don't think she's cute. I don't think her amendment and the whatever the fuck you want to call it is cute. I think she has nothing. And nothing is going to change what I see. When you tell me not to believe my own eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to trust you. Like, I hate when people tell me not to believe my own eyes. That to me makes you weird. Like, you tell me not to believe my own eyes and believe what you say, and not to believe my own eyes, I find that I'm not ever going to trust you again. Same thing with like Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron. Like, you're telling me not to believe what I see and what's presented in front of us, and to believe what you tell me. But what you tell me doesn't make sense. It's all same thing. Same thing with Kyle. Like Kyle. But let's get on to Beverly Hills. Yeah, I don't know. Cheeky, I think is like, what I thought cheeky meant cute, but now I don't think it's cute at all. If that's what she meant. I mean, it's not. It's like, why would you do that? It's a joke. Like, if you have an amendment, you have an amendment. Is that serious? Then you fucking file it. Like, what are you waiting till 11:59 for? Are you an asshole? Yeah. The answer is yes, you're an asshole. So, anyway. But I won't be able to, I'm not going to be watching the chat because I want to go to my notes, which is a different screen. Thanks for joining. Sorry. I don't know why I'm shutting the camera off when I smoke. I didn't start smoking. Oh, lordy. Yeah. But, so I don't know. I like this episode. I guess it was cute. I don't understand Kyle. I mean, I really don't. I wish she would just come out and say what the heck her and Mo's problem is. Like, I mean, because I'm going to just assume that it's him creating from, like, I don't know, either having a love child with Elsa Jean allegedly, do I have my allegedly banner up, or that whole money thing that he did, the fraud that he committed, or like, what is it? Like, it's obvious they're still in love. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. It's obvious they're still in love. Hey, Kath. You know what I mean? So, and the same thing with PK. Well, obviously we know PK doesn't want to be with her anymore. But with Mel and her, they still act like a married couple. I mean, well, at least she does anyway. Actually, maybe we don't, for all we know, what's her name could be hiding under the beds, while they're filming. You know what I mean? Shannon Tome, dude, I saw her last night. She was like out of it. Oh, if you're listening on the Who's Starting On podcast side, which is the audio version, you can come watch the crazy live, which is me playing with my hair, me not be able to sit still. The ADHD shines through. But because I record these live, yeah, you can come over there and watch me. Yeah, so right back to my notes. So, this whole episode, you know, it was basically about Dorit's party, her 4th of July party, which I thought Sutton came there with an attitude. So, in that whole retrospective, like Sutton versus Dorit is going to be whose side are you on? And I feel like Sutton showed up with a problem, but we'll get to that. But she says she feels unwelcome, and the first thing she says when she gets there is about how nobody was at the door, but you know, there's tensions arising, and there's something going on with Jen Philly. Somebody put out something about her just recently over the blog saying that she was unwelcomed by the cast, which to me makes no sense at all. She wasn't really that controversial. You know what I mean? But you know, before they leave, before we got it back up anyway, before we do all that, they leave Georgia and Sutton and her mom leave in a good place, which was nice to see. You know, Reba was able to tell her that she loved her in front of everybody. It was nice. So that was nice to see, you know, but back home, we have Erica and Boz. They're urging Dorit to consider filing for divorce because PK, she last week told us how everything was okay. He's back to being the father of her children and she trusts him again and blah, blah, blah. So again, whatever. But before they leave Augusta, before they leave Georgia, Kyle and Garcelle, before Reba walks in, they're just like, oh yeah, Sutton, we were eavesdropping on you and your mom. I'm glad you got to tell her everything you wanted to hear. You wanted to say. And then all of a sudden Reba walks in. Shocker. Whatever. She's like, oh, you're talking about me, something like that. And they're all like, oh, Reba, yeah, we're just talking about you. And Reba's like, or Kyle's like, oh, you're going to be sad that we're leaving because we're leaving. And she's like, I'll miss some of you. Just cheeky, I guess, if that's what you want to call cheeky. I guess I call that. I don't know. That would be cheeky. To me, that's cute. I don't know. I don't know what it is. To me, anything Blake does to me right now is just going to make me mad. And he does. I'm not going to see anything. Like, she just wasted so much. I'm just so mad. She just wasted so much more time. And then just people, real victim. Oh, anyway. Sorry. I try not to go on to that, but here I am listening to the amendment, whatever the heck it's called all morning, and my fault. I'm like, I'm going to have to wait till 4 o'clock to talk about this. Or sooner, who knows, but sorry. So anyway, but Reba says to Sutton that she loves her. She's like, I love you, Sutton. And Sutton's like, oh, and actually, I almost cried, actually. Everybody else almost cried too. And anybody that's in the chat that I don't see because I'm not on that screen, sorry. I do have mods there, but I'll be back to check the comments in a second. But I was very proud of my fellow content creators. Some of them up from 12 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning reading that addenda. I was shocked and surprised and impressed. Better than me, Miss Jolie and Valenza. I was like, are you awake? And it would be a little bit earlier for you guys, but like to me, it was like 6 in the morning when she got up. But anyway, back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because that's what we have to get through first. So Sutton, her mom puts her arm around her, and Sutton's like, I'm happy that you said that. You know, Reba, Sutton says in her confessional that she's overwhelmed with joy, and it makes me happy for her because she feels loved. And that's all Sutton ever wants. You know what I mean? She's always looking for the approval of somebody. And it's either her ex-husband, her mother, her dad's not here any longer. So she finally has the approval of her mother, which she probably already did. But, you know, like I said, people communicate differently. And sometimes you don't really get the other person and you just need other parties to come in and explain how you're explain what you're trying to explain to each other. You know, but so back at Beverly Hills, Dorit's inviting all these people to her party, everybody but obviously PK. She's having a 4th of July party. And but before Dorit's party, Erica FaceTimes with Kyle, and she expresses to Kyle that she hopes that she spends some quality. This is so stupid. I hope you spend some quality time with Boz, because Kyle swears that Boz called her cold, so Kyle already knows this, right? So, you know, they make it seem like Boz is just going, they all make it seem like they all just, that Boz walks onto the scene and it's just like, I'm going to go to Dorit and screw them. Like she's not smart enough to see what she sees, or she's not smart enough to like Dorit on her own. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like they give her no credit. Like they think she's like, you know, a typical new housewife, and she's not. She's very educated. She's smart. She doesn't need any man's money. You know what I mean? And she doesn't take anybody's shit. But I need a drink. So, but of course the party's starting to get on the way, and of course Dorit's not ready on time. Like I'm never ready on time either, obviously. But of all people to arrive first, it's Sutton, and of course, I mean, well, there's other people there we don't know, but they're out back with the kids, and also that slide. Oh my god. Now, I don't know if you guys ever, I don't know, a lot of people haven't seen my backyard, but in the summertime I have like, it's like a tropical paradise out there. But that slide, I might have to get that slide next year instead of a pool. I really might. Lady Virgo, hey. Buzz. She didn't automatically take Dorit's side. She listened to Dorit as a friend, and she said, have you expressed this stuff to Kyle that it bothers you, or that she knows about you and PK? And Kyle lied. Kyle completely lied to Boz about her knowing what's going on with PK. She saw that Kyle was texting somebody else's husband. Think about it. But no matter what, like, she's smart enough to look at it like, I do. I completely think they're friends, because even at her birthday, just recently, they were together at Watch What Happens Live. You know, I do. And because I think that Dorit came in this season not taking, as much as I don't like the sick, I don't agree with the robbery thing, but I don't think that Boz is stupid. I think that she's not stupid, but I think that she can see that they were ganging up on Dorit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the way I look at it, but like I can see. Because everybody else, there's other people that see it that way too. You know, I keep saying I won't check the comments, but I have, because I love you guys. I want to make sure we get up to everything. Like, I mean, it's honestly like, I think that she is the underdog. And I said this, I said, something's up with them. They're not, for some reason, they don't like Dorit anymore. None of them, not Garcelle, not Sutton, you know what I mean? And last season, it wasn't like that. I mean, well, it was with Garcelle, but like with other women. And it's like, I just wish Kyle would not be such the snake that she is, and say what the fuck her problem is. You tried to F my husband. Hey, Tony B, thanks for joining. Thank you so much. Always coming in too. Appreciate all you guys. I'm good. How are you too? How is everybody? Honestly though? Oh, Karen, yeah. Wait. Why did I finally say? Oh my God. I don't know what she was doing. And the hat, it was the hat for me. It was the sad sap, poor fucking me, with the grandma sweater on, and with the fucking sweater on her head, basically. She had this like, poor fucking me. She looks like shit. She looks like a sad little fucking sap that she is. She needs to fucking say, I'm an alcoholic. Don't blame it that you were drinking with, she says, I have a problem drinking and taking, again, the Erica thing, taking the pills. But she says antidepressants, no bitch. Admit what you were taking. You were on fucking benzos or painkillers or something. You weren't all, I'm telling you, you don't get like that on fucking antidepressants and alcohol. I mean, come on, man. Erica tried that shit with us too. Probably Shannon as well. I'm just going to say, in my opinion, she does have a problem with alcohol and pills. This is her fourth DWI. She's only been convicted of 2. That's why we only see 2. She's had 4 times that she's done this. 4 times she's made people look really gray. It looks really bad. She had like an animal in her head. I know. I want Boz. Dorit and Kyle can still be friends. See, that's the thing. Boz is not stopping that friendship. Kyle is. Kyle being the snake and CUNT twat that she is. Sorry, in my opinion, only. She is a twat and a snake. And you know what? Kathy wanted to say it too. Kathy just said nothing instead. I'm just saying my opinion. It doesn't matter in an island or a fucking a continent by themselves. Kyle and Dorit will only be like, Kyle's the one making that friendship not happen. And Dorit's just one, because they're making it like it's Dorit's fault. If Kyle would just come out and say, you tried to F my husband, that's why I don't like you, Dorit, we would be okay. But the snake that she is won't say that. So I'm not giving it to her. We've said it to her a million times. She's the one who goes even to Boz and says it about the picture of them. Come on, man. All but say it. It's like the person that literally, this is what I can't stand. When you have a fucking problem with me, do not fucking go to everybody else around me and tell them what the problem is. And don't come to me. And then you better have that fucking, raccoon on her head, exactly. And you better have that same fucking energy when I see you. And that's what Dorit was saying. Like, look, you're not going to fucking talk shit. And then when you see me, no, Kyle, it's not working like that. Like, you don't get the fucking grace that you used to. I'm just saying. And I feel like she had nothing to lose at this point, Nobody was fucking with her at that point for some reason, She's not going to, I don't think. I think she appreciates the friendship. I do. I think that Dorit's the last one to know that these aren't her real friends. You know what I mean? She's the last to know all this, except for now she has Boz. And Boz isn't coming in here trying to be, I'm going to be somebody's friend. And she's not trying to distance herself from anybody else. She said, if you want to get to know me, then get to know me. Dorit's not stopping that. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of time when Dorit's not around that they can make plans or something with Boz. You know what I'm saying? And Boz too. It was Daniel Boone. That's what it is. It was very Daniel Boone. And another thing, let her better stop lying about who was driving that fucking car, because I knew how fucked up Karen was, that she was not driving. There is no, and if she was, who the fuck let her drive? Because if somebody let you drive, they should be responsible as well. Or who the fuck was driving, liar? Who got out and ran when they hit a house? They got you to fucking take the blame. Blue eyes? Come on, Karen. Like, you're a liar. And you need to stop trying. She's hired another lawyer. To what? To what? You only went to rehab, Karen, because you got fucking convicted. You thought that you were going to lie your way out of it. And if you didn't lie to the cops, then you're fucking guilty. But if you lied to the cops, then you're fucking guilty. And you know what? You're fucking guilty. Because you let somebody drive your car and you're taking the blame for somebody. But you clearly should not be drinking, or you're not, what was it? Somebody's concubine. Eleanor Roosevelt, who was somebody's concubine. And nobody, she was not driving. She couldn't even stand the fuck up. She had no idea where she was. How was she driving? And then how was her cousin David's talking to her on the phone and not realizing she shouldn't be driving? You fuck. You go to court and you stick up for her. You said to her when you were at lunch with her, you cried. Oh, I was so worried about you when you got to the accident. I was on the phone with you. Remember? No, she don't remember, dummy. Who are you, you enabler? Ray, too, you enabler. Oh, it just makes me mad because she's not taking any responsibility at all. She will not just come out and say, I can't handle my alcohol. I make bad decisions. I put people's lives in danger. And I don't care that it didn't happen. She got lucky that she hit a train, not another person. But that don't fucking fly. You still did it. You know what I mean? That's like saying attempted murder or murder. You still tried. You know what I mean? The intent was still there. She's an asshole. Yeah. Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Get the fuck out of here, you dumb fuck. Sorry. People like that, like I took responsibility for my drug addiction, my fucking every time I was guilty for something. And I'm not saying I always did, but like you're 60 fucking years old. Come on, man. It's time to take responsibility. We're not 25. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you can't even be honest with yourself. And I guarantee you're not, because what are you doing with Ray if you're with somebody else? Because if you're hiding who was driving the car, and if it wasn't Blue Eyes or somebody, who got out of the car and ran? If somebody else was in that car driving, who was it? And why'd they run? If it wasn't a secret. And if you were driving, who the fuck let you drive? And where were you? Nobody's going to answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Not once have we found out where the fuck she was coming from and who let her drive in that goddamn condition that she was in. And if she wasn't driving, who the fuck was and who got out and ran? Because according to Ashley and everybody else, somebody else was driving that car and got out and ran. It was Blue Eyes. You know what I mean? Hi, Aaron. I just sidetracked over to Beverly because I can't stand freaking goddamn Karen. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, she just thinks that she literally can be like, I don't know, Karen. Go get help. And I guarantee in rehab, you still didn't learn your goddamn lesson. You still don't know how to take accountability. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. You still want to hire another lawyer? For what? You're going to piss the judge off really fucking bad. And the judge is still going to make an example out of you, Karen, because either you lied or you were too fucked up to drive. And somebody's responsible for letting you drive the way you were. Cousin David going to court, saying that she didn't do anything wrong. Get the fuck out of here, man. Take your responsibility or don't come back on the show because you were a mess. Anyway, okay. So back to Real Housewives. Hi, Erin. Everybody, please subscribe to Smiling with Erin D, please. So when Sutton arrives, nobody's at the door, and she's has a problem with that because, of course, Dorit's 35 minutes late. And the next person to arrive is Kyle. And when they walk in, Sutton walks up to the door, and she's like, "Oh my God, turn around!" And this is weird. There's a shrine to her and PK. Now, if you're having a party and you know these people are coming to your front door, you know that that's there. Don't act like, oh, I don't look at it. I don't look at it. Really? Your son already knows you're going to get divorced. You said that already. So you're not keeping it there for the family or for the show, for the kids. You said they don't know the damn difference anyway, right? It was weird to have those pictures there. And again, that's a new house. That's not the same house. That's a different house. It's not her old house. So she's a liar. Anyway, that whole, I think I need to have that slide for my house. I think I need to have that next year instead of a pool. So Sutton sits down, and of course, she's sitting there. And when Kyle arrives, they know about the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, Dorit does come down, and she's like, "Oh, I'm here." She looks cute. And Kyle's like, "Oh my God, look at the photos. Why did you have them up, Dorit?" And Sutton's like, "Well, I'm going to sit back down." And she's just like starting to get mad. All of a sudden, Dorit's, Sutton's getting mad at Dorit. It's like, you couldn't go outside and be sociable. I mean, nobody was there to greet you. Who gives a shit? Like, you're really just coming there to be, you started with not being an asshole. But anyway, so they're all sitting there talking, but then Garcelle's like, well, Garcelle says something about the drinking later, but this is, I don't know what. Sutton sits down before she even talks to Dorit. She just sits down because Kyle pulls Dorit away, and then Sutton sits down. But then later on, she's, like I said, she just leaves mad. But Garcelle brings up something about Sutton drinking, and Dorit's like, how come you're not mad at her for bringing it up or something like that? But anyway, so Kyle arrives, and they all go outside, and all of a sudden, like, as they're sitting there, well, Garcelle shows up too. And Boz, everybody shows up. But Dorit and Kyle, or I'm sorry, yeah, Dorit's like, I can't stand the fact that these are the two that show up first, whatever. But for some reason, when they go sit down, Garcelle's like, "Sutton, what are you drinking? Are you drinking alcohol?" And she's like, "No, it's a watermelon cooler." And she's like, "Oh, okay, something like that." And Dorit's like, "Well, how come when Garcelle brings up Sutton, whatever you're drinking?" And she's like, "Oh, but if I bring it up," and then Sutton's like, "Oh, here we go again." And she's like, "Oh, Dorit, shut up." Or I think, or Dorit said, here we go again. And Sutton's like, "Oh, Dorit, shut up. And you're such a bitch." And then Dorit previously, remember, had spread rumors about Sutton's alcohol intake, but so did Kyle. Kyle alluded to it too. Okay. So, and Garcelle's the one who brought it up. And she's just like, "Look, like, why are you bringing it up?" She's like, "And now you're just beating." And she's like, "Can you not call me a bitch in my own house?" And she's just kind of looking at her. And Dorit's like, she actually said it nicely. She's like, "Look, I'd appreciate it if you would not call me a bitch in my home." And, Sutton's like, "Well, you bring it up, it wasn't nice." Sutton's like, "I'm going to leave." And she's like, "You just call me a bitch and you're going to leave." All I said was, "Don't call me a bitch in my own home, for fuck's sake." And everybody looks at Dorit because she's right. And then both Kyle and Garcelle go after Sutton, which again, I thought was fine. I don't think a big deal of it. It made Dorit mad, but she's like, "You know what?" She's like, "But we know that Sutton came there," and she started with already like, "Oh, nobody's there to greet me." And, Garcelle's the one who brought up the drinking, not Sutton, and asked her if it was alcohol, which makes me thirsty again. And she gets mad at her, which, like I said, she was looking for a problem with her. It's like, Sutton, she was going to go home, but, so they go after her, and they're like, trying to get her to fucking stay. And Garcelle's like, "Look, it was just a bad joke." And then Garcelle, which made me mad, Garcelle was like, basically, it was a bad joke, basically taking fucking Sutton's side and saying that Dorit had no right to yell at you or something like that. I don't even understand what was happening. Because like the ladies, when they like, it was enough that you even came here, and how dare her, she should just be glad you even came. And it's like, you guys weren't in the best place anyway. And Garcelle's like, "It was a bad joke." And Sutton's like, "Dorit's not joking," but Garcelle's the one who brought it up. And she's like, "I know it wasn't." It's basically like not sticking up for Dorit in her own house, but So it's like, I don't feel welcome in Dorit's house anymore. And then again, Boz does arrive, but and she has people with her, which is cool. I would have brought all the kids in the world there too. And then Kyle's like going to look for Dorit to resolve some kind of issue that she has with her in the middle of all this, right? But Kyle also, she's like, she forgets that she did, like, when Kyle was leaving, Sutton was like giving her no grace for storming out. She was like, you shouldn't have left, blah blah blah. But when she leaves, it's like, or when she wants to storm out and leave, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? But of course, Kyle makes a point of that, but she doesn't only say that. She only says that in her confessional, you know. And then Kyle told Dorit that Sutton wouldn't stay unless she goes and gives her some encouragement. That Kyle says that to Dorit, and Dorit's like, I'm not interested. I'm not giving her encouragement. She called me a bitch in my own home. All I did was ask her not to. And Dorit's like, of course, the second I get a fucking attitude with her, Sutton goes and plays victim after she literally says it's a joke after she called me a bitch in my own home. And then, of course, again, I said it. Kyle also previously called out Sutton's drinking. Remember? They rolled the footage, I guess. I think of that anyway. So Dorit's like, I wonder how come there wasn't a joke how come that joke triggers Sutton, she says. And Sutton just wanted to leave. And I agree, Sutton just wanted to leave anyway. But so then Boz is all curious, right? She's like, do we need to go over there? I feel like I don't want to be left out, Boz says to Dorit. And then Boz is like, everyone, can we just all come into the house? And Sutton's like, I'm not comfortable here. Boz is like, well, to congratulate her. I don't know if I've heard that word for her. And she's like, Dorit, this is she's hosting a party, right? And Garcelle's like, well, Boz, you're an hour late. Why are you a Dorit spokesperson? And she's like, I'm like, what? She's Dorit's spokesperson? Let me see what you guys are saying before I move on. Hold on. La la la. Yeah, Blue Eyes, her boyfriend. Yeah, or whatever. I don't know. Like, I wasn't even thinking that. I was just more curious on how the hell Karen was driving. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell were you driving? You were just so, after that thing. Oh, is Q here? Oh, you guys are talking about Kitty. Okay. I know. Mormons. I haven't watched this last episode. No. I think there's like three or more. I think we're on episode 11 or 12. So there's 18 episodes. So, but three of them are the reunion, I think. So we probably have three more left? Yeah, because we just had the trailer for the mid-season trailer, I think. I do. Yeah, I think somebody should be. I would want somebody down there to greet somebody. But I wonder why she didn't have somebody there. But I mean, of course, Sutton had to be the first one to arrive and notice it, right? Oh, she canceled her live this morning? I know. I want Crystal back too. I wish Crystal didn't leave either. I know. Yeah. I mean, this episode was all right. I mean, I'm team. Well, I'm almost finished on it. But in the meantime, also, we have, I forgot to talk about the Boz situation too. She talks about, her friend comes over. She talks about wanting to get pregnant and being scared, which was so sad because I didn't realize that we didn't realize that she just tells us that her first pregnancy didn't go full term, and she lost her daughter, before she was born. So I guess it was stillbirth, which is awful. And then, so she had preeclampsia. So then the second time she was worried about the entire time, and she wasn't able to enjoy her pregnancy, but now she's older. And I think she's getting cold feet. But then we know, Watch What Happens Live, she said they're having sex like crazy and trying to have babies. So hopefully she'll be able to enjoy it if she gets pregnant. That was a good scene. Her friend, I liked her friend too. And, so yeah, I guess, and then she said also that I guess her and what's his name they're moving forward with it, and he's being really like good about her health and making sure that she's all right first. You know what I mean? So back to Garcelle calling Boz out, calling her Dorit's spokesperson. Boz is like, well, that's rude. She's like, I'm like, what do you want me? She's like, I don't coddle her. And coddle her, Boz. Or she's like, or Garcelle's like, you don't have to coddle her. And Boz is like, I don't coddle her. And then she's like, in the confessional, she's like, I'm pissed. These ladies don't have any couth. At least get up and come into the party and behave like civilized people. Boz says, she's like, somebody asked her if she watched Beverly Hills before. And she said no. And then Kyle says that she automatically comes and she automatically defends Dorit, whatever. Or she's Boz automatically defends Dorit without knowing any of us, Kyle says. And she's like, you don't get to scold any of us because you don't know us. And finally Sutton's like, I've had enough of this, and she leaves. So after that, we have Boz. Boz met up with Erica and Dorit outside and shared how she made a big deal. She made a dig on how the ladies coddle Sutton. Boz says to Erica, and Dorit's like, the lack of empathy and kindness. She added, don't be a vile human. Don't be a douche, she says. About all of it. Because Erica's like, what's going on? And Dorit's just like her lack of empathy, So eventually Kyle and Garcelle sat down with the rest of the ladies. So Garcelle's defending Sutton, stating that Dorit started the problem by bringing up Sutton and the alcohol. Okay, Garcelle brought it up. Garcelle, who's been Sutton's spokesperson the entire time, she just got balls, right? And Erica said that too. But she added that she would be alarmed by Dorit and Boz's she's alarmed by Dorit and Boz's newfound friendship. But again, I don't know why you guys are alarmed. I think it's real. And Garcelle brings up that Kyle hasn't been very welcoming. Boz says that Kyle hasn't been very welcoming, and Kyle's like, I feel like we did connect. It's like, that's your fucking perception. Boz's perception is different. And her perception, Kyle, is that you haven't been welcoming, okay? That you are cold. And Kyle's like, well, she's like, make up her mind. Kyle's like, I felt like we did connect. And then she's like, but we didn't because you're always with Dorit. So which one is it? For instance, Kyle, did you go visit Boz after her surgery like everybody else? No, she didn't even know you had a surgery because you don't know each other. You didn't ask. Boz is like, it hurt my feelings. And then she's like, she tried to explain that she hasn't had any deep discussions with Kyle. She says that. And she makes her feel distant, And Boz, she's like, Kyle gives zero vibes. She gives me zero vibes. In Kyle's eyes, Boz became friends with Dorit, and that's her loyalty because of Dorit, not because you don't, it couldn't be that Kyle did something. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you give your loyalty automatically to Dorit. That means you're not going to like me because of Dorit. No, just because she doesn't fucking like you, Kyle. And she said you feel like you're being cold and distant, okay? But unfortunately, Kyle, she suggested also that, you had Kyle block PK on her phone. When you guys were at dinner, Kyle's also, you also forgot that you told her that you were screwing somebody else's husband. I'm texting somebody else's husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, after that, I don't know. I mean, why would she even try to want to be your friend? I wouldn't want to be your friend if that's how you think. But Kyle's like, I want me and Dorit to work things out. So eventually we have Dorit and Kyle out sitting somewhere to talk. So I don't know. I wish that, I kind of was like, if they're a moment of bickering, all of them kind of just like, Dorit's like, can we all just start fresh over at Garcelle's house? And Kyle's like, oh, she wanted to start fresh at Garcelle's house. And Kyle's like, I wanted to start from scratch, but they have to earn back trust. It's like easier said than done. But like, what are you talking about? Kyle and Dorit literally they sit down, they start bonding over their separations, okay? Which they should have been doing in the first place, but Kyle's a snake. Kyle's the reason they're not friends, not Dorit. But like I said, Dorit's just realizing that these people aren't her real friends. And, she's finally, after how many seasons, realizing that. But Dorit's like, I just want peace. They hug, and Kyle and Dorit start talking in the back of the house. And there's all kinds of boxes and stuff. They're just moving in. It's a new house. Kyle's like, usually Dorit's very neat, and I don't know, it looks like somebody's moving in or she's moving out or moving in. And, they sit down and they're like, oh, I don't like this, and I hate this, and I get it. Like, and they're both like talking about their separations, and of course they're going to reevaluate their relationship in 6 months, but instead he bought furniture for his new place, right? Remember how she said he moved out, but when he started buying new furniture instead of staging it, she had a feeling it was like more over than she wanted it to be. Couldn't be that she's sleeping with another woman, but anyway. And Drake's like, well, how do you feel with that? Kyle's like, it feels like we're a family. And I kind of, I don't know she's like, would you want to be back together? And Kyle's like, no, right now I don't. Because like, again, he did something and you won't fucking say what it is. You can't sit there and say that you grew apart. Like, is it the fucking fraud that he committed, or is it the fucking, alleged love child that he has with Elsa Jean? You know what I mean? Now he's got a broken leg and he's not doing shit. Did you hear that, guys? He literally broke his leg really bad over in Aspen this weekend. But she's like, I'm just taking my time right now. And Dorit definitely didn't want a divorce. And Kyle's like, I don't, if it's going to stay like this, then no, I do want a divorce. But right now we are going to get a divorce. And then Dorit's like, there's no chance of reconciliation. Kyle's not right now. She's like, not at all. And then, Mo and I have been together. We've been in denial. We've been in denial for so long, but I feel like I'm in limbo. Just fucking file for divorce. Whatever. I can't stand you. I'm in limbo too with you. And then Dorit's like, I suspected that PK had been thinking about separating for a long time, and she just wasn't prepared. And you can tell. And they both are kind of just sitting there like, I feel stuck. And, they're out living together, and they live like close to each other. They're out hanging out, doing whatever. Hanging out and I guess partying, but PK doesn't party. He's sober, and Mo does. So I guess now he's not because he's laid up. But then there's like 1 week later, along with the headlines, Mauricio kissing another woman in Greece. And then Kyle's like, I'm stunned. Whatever. That was the end of that. So that was the end of that season. Or episode, sorry. What are you guys saying? Hold on. It was all right. It was like good. It wasn't, wasn't the best, but Larja, you here? Oh, you want me to drop the yeah, he like broke his is it clavicle? I thought is clavicle and it's like no, maybe it is his clavicle. Maybe I read it wrong. I just saw that he had like a really big surgery or something. Let me drop the link for you if you want for a little bit. And what do you think about the episode, Larja? If you feel like coming up. I mean, yeah, it was a good episode. I thought, it was. I really was happy about Sutton and her mom. That was nice to see in the end. For her to like get what she needed from her mom, which was good, and her mom to understand it and like really, her mom seemed like genuinely. I can't talk. Genuinely, holy shit, genuinely. I'm so Teresa sometimes. Genuinely, I can't say what I don't think about it. Genuinely. Happy and understanding. It's bittersweet tea. I know Cynthia Bailey, Gretchen Rossi. Yeah, don't they have a podcast? Doesn't Cynthia and Crystal have a podcast? Is it Cynthia and Crystal? I listened to one of their podcasts. It was really good. And whose podcast is Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? I like Amish shows too. I have no idea what the other one I've gone through. It's reading them for the years. Oh, Large! I didn't see all this. Buzz doesn't know to read all of that. Well, I know, but like I do, but she's not, coming into it and seeing what she sees just for an outside perspective. You know what I mean? I guess. But if I find out that you're texting somebody's husband, you know what I mean? Everybody's forgetting that whole part of that too. What are you supposed to do after that? Then I'm really not going to be. We're going to see. I know he's a tool. He is. Everybody subscribe to Large Curve. She's linked in my description. But yeah, I can't wait to talk about this stupid amendment thing. I mean, oh God. Like, what is she do? I don't know. I'm going to go make myself a latte before I come back to talk about it. Mm-hmm. What else happened this weekend? Something else happened I could talk about. I forget. Something happened. Slade Smiley and Gretchen. I mean, they have a child. I mean, that's cool. But he definitely was. He's John Jansen's just like Slade Smiley. That's what we call John Jansen Slade. It's like, oh my God, we manifested Slade coming back because we kept calling John Jansen Slade. And I actually in my description for the Free Lisa Kristen Marie YouTube channel, it says I've been watching Housewives since Slade was the 2nd or 7th housewife. I might have manifested him coming back too. You know what I mean? But anyway, what is wrong with me? Usually I can talk for hours. Like 40 minutes. I'm like, do. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm gonna have to do. I guess I'm going to my dad's later. My sister's, I should say. My dad's my sister. I don't fucking know whose house it is. Dad's. Large is here. Hey.
Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's good, I think. Everybody's
How
good.
are you?
Everybody's
You're looking gorgeous. Did you put some highlights on or something? Do
yes,
you do
yeah.
highlights? Yes, darling. I see you. And I like that torn up shirt. Is that a Yay? Is that from Kanye's Yay line? Because you know he likes a good tear in his clothes.
It's called Sheen. It's
Oh, she.
Sheen by
So,
Sheree.
oh, well, you got it before the tariffs hit. I'm sure that
Yeah.
shirt.
Oh
If it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
$20, it's about
Yeah,
to be $45 based off this tariff
no. I
shit.
know. And Mercari sent me a whole little. They're like, "Oh, we're about to up our price, our mailing,
I was
whatever it
like,
is."
damn. You
You
should
know,
have went
so
to Walmart and got that damn blender when it was $18. Walking past the $18 blender for like 6 months, talking about, oh, I'll get it. And I've just been using my Ninja and other stuff because I have like so many freaking
yeah,
appliances in my house. So when I broke my blender, I was like, well, I can wait, you know. And now with the tariffs, knowing everything's made in China, now it's about to not be 18. It's probably gonna be like $48 for their cheapest one now. They're crazy.
like
And
you
that's
can't
the
even
thing, these
choose.
tariffs, we're going to eat that. The American people, on top of our $37 eggs, our six, and in California, our gas is about $5.95 right now.
Mm.
And so you're picking between eggs and milk and a gallon of gas. And did you guys fucking notice Doritos are up to a gallon of gas? They're like $5 out here for a bag of Doritos, a family pack
I
bag of
haven't back
Doritos.
downstairs. I have to check it and see how much it was.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like $5. Everything's a gallon of gas out here.
Oh
Things a
wow.
gallon of gas. And the tariffs are going to make it even harder for us to stretch these dollars that they're trickling down. It's like,
No,
pee in your face much,
I know. I have a.
but
Oh
we
yeah,
can go for it. Let's go for it.
I know. So what did you think about the episode?
I didn't watch yet. I just came to listen to you,
Oh,
Krista.
okay. Yeah,
Didn't
it's
watch yet. I watched the after show though, and what I said in the comments is that
mm,
just based off the after show, Boz
yeah,
has been coming. I'm like, look, lady, you walked into a party, a surreal party with all that weird demoning shit at the
yeah,
party at
yeah.
Surreal's house, right?
Real
And was
sensitive.
she like entranced by the enchantress Dorito? Because Dorito's never been this likable. And I'm like, what's happening? And you just met this lady 6 weeks ago, and you act like you're Aaron Hernandez, have to go to bat for her. Oh, wrong guy. But no, A-Rod. A-Rod. Aaron Hernandez was a football player. A-Rod. She act like she A-Rod, have to go to bat for Doritos. She has no idea what these women have endured with Dorito. Her accents, her entitlement, her freaking high key shade, and then acting like she doesn't know what the fuck she said was wrong. Her
Well,
interjecting all the time. And these ladies have a right to have their relationship with Dorito and still have residual stuff, even if she's gone through a separation. I feel like that doesn't turn off. We all go through shit. Just because you're
mm,
going through shit doesn't excuse the shit that you put us through, Dorito. And for Boz and her beautiful melanated self to insert here, I'm like, whoa, Nelly. Whoa, just let us get to know you. It's been how many episodes? What episode is this?
11,
It's been 11 episodes. Do we really know about Boz except for she likes wearing Dorito as an ass helmet?
and she wants to have a baby.
And even that's some weird shit. Okay? You're gonna come on this show and her line is her freaking tagline. I'm gonna
Yeah.
market the best thing of my life, myself. So you're marketing yourself as a brilliant, educated, waymaker black woman, right? Who wants to have a baby with a man who hasn't even told you he loved you.
That's weird too.
You're not even like, you guys might be committed. I'm like, are you looking for a sperm donor or a relationship? Because I'm not sure what this marketing is. Single black mom, I'm not sure. Like putting the carriage before the horse, I'm not sure. There's a
Yeah.
lot of like questions, but she's amazing. But it's kind of like, what are you marketing, lady?
I
What are you
feel like
marketing? This carriage?
I feel like she wanted. I feel like she was starting to get excited about him, and he wanted a child, and I think she might have gotten scared. Like maybe that's the only way I could keep him at this point, or maybe not keep him, but like maybe she thought, oh, he's
Is
going to have.
reality connoisseur talking to me? Is she coming here starting with me?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me get back to it. I was trying to see if there's any comments before that. Because I don't really understand.
Because it starts with Grand Rising. I start with Grand Rising, but we can
Run-
get right into it. We can jump right in
Let's not.
because I've had my coffee. You can tell I just had some fresh cafe Bustelo.
I know. Like, I gotta get my latte because I need to
Yes, and I was complaining actually. I've been complaining. I don't know if you know that I have a channel too. You can check my channel. I'd be laying it out. I lay it out,
the
and I
other
can
day.
complain anytime I want. I can. I
I saw
can.
it.
Just like Boz can take up for Dorito anytime she wants. This is America.
Oh,
We can
yeah.
do what we want.
Boz, but you could say like, the same thing we say about Dorit. We could say things about Kyle. The same things about Kyle. She's put them all through a bunch of shit too. So
Exactly.
it's like if she's gonna pick anybody's side at this point, I personally wouldn't pick Kyle's. But I mean, she might have looked at it like Dorit has nobody's really
But
backing
did
her up.
she know? She said in her thing, she did some interviews. And what
Yeah.
I've heard Boz say is that she hadn't really been watching the show. She knew about the show, but wasn't like all watching every season. And it was her first time meeting Dorito was at that surreal party. And she likes to listen. And we know Dorito likes to suck the freaking oxygen out of the room. She will leave everybody in the room with blue lips because she took all the oxygen out because she likes talking more than I do, you guys. And she will suck all the, you know what I mean? And so Boz likes to listen, but that doesn't mean that what you're listening to is real. Dorito's been known to be kind of a liar. Like she's not like all forthright, and the people who she usually aligns herself with are, questionable too. So I don't know. I just really wish Boz would have gave us the chance to get to know her because being a super stan for Dorito, she should have watched previous episodes first.
I know, but see, I feel like I don't know. I mean, if you're just going in and like I don't know, and just going off of just meeting her for the first time. I mean, if you really going back to my old episodes, she's not gonna like any of them. She's like, you're all fucking bunch of cunts and twats. Sorry.
Right?
I mean, like I wouldn't like anybody. I wouldn't because now we know we're not friends. You know what I mean? So it put it this way, I really do think that they have a real friendship outside of the show, and that's the only real friendship I think is on that show. Maybe Garcelle and Sutton, but is Boz and Dorito because Kyle doesn't have any real friends because she's not a real friend to anybody. You realize that she's
Kyle has always, you know how like on every franchise the HBICs they kind of so Kyle I feel like was the show built around Kyle? Because I originally thought the show was built around Lisa Vanderpump and all of her realness, but Kyle has the Hollywood history, and so she kind of got positioned as the one, But I was thinking that Lisa Vanderpump's life and even Malouf's life was far more fabulous than Kyle's initially.
Yeah. I mean, they owned a whole like casino, And then Kyle was this whole thing with like, oh, me and Mo are it's irreconcilable. Just say what he did. Just say that. And where's the money? You know what I mean? Like we don't know what the money is, and that's what makes me mad. Like, where is the money? Like, where this man is literally like stealing from his dad, trying to steal from his dad. I'm not retarded. I can't say I'm side on. Stealing from his dad, and like he stole $70 million. Then he's trying to take his dad's money. And then, like, he gets hurt when he broke his clavicle. I thought it was his leg, but his clavicle. We had some serious surgery or something. Somebody said if he didn't have a helmet on, he would not have been.
Oh my God! Remember Sonny Bono, Cher's ex-husband?
Yep. Somebody else too.
He is very dangerous. Very. Oh my God! Did you see that black guy won the X Games on the snowboard? Did you see those moves he was doing and those tricks? They were like
oh my God!
blowing.
I didn't know they were on. I have to watch it.
Oh my God, it was insane. The guy's name is like Zeb or something like that. And he was doing crazy snowboard trips, but there's no trees on the runway. In his area, there's no trees, so he made it through. But
I'm that's scary because look at the horses too. Like I love to ride horses, but look at like all the people that Lisa
Christopher Reeve, Superman.
Yeah, Lisa, everybody you get thrown off that horse and you could be paralyzed. But and Teddy, I saw a couple updates with Teddy. She's still in the hospital, but like they're not saying exactly. Well, I guess they're not saying exactly what's wrong. But Kyle gave some kind of update on live, and she said when she's ready.
Some kind of weird live. Was she on a YouTube or Amazon
or
Instagram? What was that live?
I think she was at the hospital. I think she was responding for Teddy. saying that
Uh-huh.
she'll know, when she wants to talk about it. When if she wants to talk about it, she'll talk about it with us, I guess, eventually. Meeting, I don't know, maybe I don't know what's up with the tumors. I hopefully they're not cancerous or something. Like I said, my neighbor lives with one. She has it in her brain. She lives with it. But there's like she's like, I could just not wake up one day. They just can't get
Yeah,
to it.
that's
So I
crazy.
wonder if they're
Yeah.
gonna find out, like what's going on, because remember how she had the melanoma, which I was unaware of. So
That
what's
crazy scar on her back.
God, that was
Oh
scary.
my God.
I
I'm like,
know.
so they couldn't have just taken away that little one? Because they said they removed like 13 melanomas. She has
I
like a
mean,
freaking Zorro
yeah,
scar on her back. I'm like, they
right.
couldn't have just taken that one and that one and that one and that one. They went
And
all
now,
on her.
yeah, and imagine like people. I've seen people have it done to their face, and they have to. Takes the basically your face off. Like, I guess they have to go so deep. You know what I mean? Oh God, it's so scary. I don't know. It's so scary, and I tan all the time. I mean, see, she's not somebody that was out always tanning either. You know what I mean? And it's like you never know, I guess. But I hope that it didn't spread, and this is something completely separate, because
Oh
that
my
picture
God.
of her with
And
her
then
head.
like I feel bad for her because, being a fat girl and then getting her body finally, and now she has all this stuff with the body she finally wants to live in. And it's
Yeah,
like,
your hair. Yeah, you got to shave your head. Now you have a scar, and you're like, now you have to worry about. I mean, yeah, like, and she was just saying how happy she was because she
yeah,
just a few months ago how she got a free. Thank God it's all gone and my melanoma is done. I can, I don't have to get this biopsy, and then this happens,
yeah.
and like literally out of the blue, just starts getting headaches for a week. No fucking prior like indication that you had six tumors. Six of them were in her head. Six.
That's crazy. You know
Um,
what, though? That could have impressed on her why she was having the affair. Brain tumors do stuff. Yeah, have you guys ever seen the
you know
movies
what?
where
Yes,
somebody will have a brain tumor and it'll press and make them act
I
out of
know.
character, and they'll have a or make them like come out with an accent or a whole other personality, and then they get in
Um,
there and they ended up having a brain tumor pressing on something. So that could explain even
yeah,
why she was throwing that dude in the barn. Like maybe it made
yeah,
sense to
you
her
either
when
convince
the
yourself,
tumors were
yeah,
growing.
you convince yourself you're not in love with your husband anymore, or you think, I'm telling you, yeah, people that yeah, like I see that happens a lot, and honestly, that could make something could have made her believe that, I'm telling you, because again,
Yeah.
she wasn't somebody that seemed like she was that kind of person, like a liar or cheater, because she's an accountability
And I
coach, and
thought she loved Edwin. I thought
having an
she just
affair.
loved he's a
With
sexy
the
man.
guy
I
he's
need to see this
yeah,
other
he's
guy.
married too. The other guy's married with a baby.
And then he wasn't even half as hot as Edwin, in my opinion. I'm like,
No, he's short. He's
maybe
short.
the dick was amazing and she got dickmatized in the barn or something. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
All
he
about
didn't even have half the swag that freaking
speaking about
Edwin had.
speaking about dickmatized, like fucking Mia and little fucking Sonic the Hedgehog. I can't. Mia from
He must have a forearm
I
to
know,
give
because he looks
her
like Sonic.
rejuvenated. Because remember, she got that pussy rejuvenation.
I
He
know.
must have a forearm messing with her pussy
I hope so.
rejuvenation.
I hope so, because I don't get it.
And
He's
that's
so
why he's so short. It weighs him down. It stopped him from growing as
it
high as he could have
is
because
scary
his
with my hair.
forearm was weighing him down.
Yeah, he wears lifts in his shoes. His hair's a little higher. He probably
Have
has a
you
whole
seen
foot
like
on.
I'm gonna go there. Have you seen so
I
like
can't
really,
have it.
really, really fat ladies? There's like a
Yeah.
whole thing that men like to get smushed. And so like if you're really fat, sometimes men just like the weight of a woman on them with all that softness.
She's
And I'm
huge.
wondering if that's
She's
kind
a
of like
big,
the Ink Mia thing, because she's
a
so much
big,
bigger than him. Like
tall.
there's no such thing as reverse cowgirl
She's
or
not
her
even
being on
fat.
top.
She's
It's
just
like
a big
him being
person.
smothered.
She's
Even
like
doggy
she's just a
style, like
big fat.
does
He's a
Ink have to
small
be like,
thin person, and she's a
yeah,
big fat person, and she's probably. And I already feel like when I'm over my man, my boobs are you know what I mean? I already feel
yeah,
like it.
yeah.
Being
Well,
like,
everything on her is plastic. Nothing's moving in bed. Nothing's moving,
yeah, yeah. I don't
you
know.
know?
I don't like to
But
picture it
those
because
feet are huge. Those feet are huge.
I know
I
she's got
love
big.
Mia. I'm just talking crap right now, you guys.
Me
But
too.
I've
Me
really
too.
been trying to picture their
Well,
sex.
lies
And
are her lies are annoying, and Karen's pissing me off. Like, I'm done with Karen and her.
Mia and her lies, I can't.
Like, what are you doing? And
That's
I get
far
who
worse
you
than
protecting.
Karen. I feel like Karen didn't know anybody on the show responsibility, accountability. She was in an active court case. She didn't have to come clean to them. It was
No,
on camera. She would have been incriminating herself at no time until she's found guilty in a court of law. Did she have to admit guilt? There is not. People are living like
I
who
get that. No, I
literally
get it.
goes to jail. Who
Don't,
literally so
but don't sit there and then go to rehab because you get caught because you can't
no,
get out.
that's the time to go to rehab. That's when everybody goes to rehab.
No, you go to rehab after you fucking get your DWI, before you go to fucking see the judge, before he charges you.
There's no you,
Just
but you
saying.
do things to
She doesn't
try to
believe.
get the court to go less
I
on
get
you.
it, but they're not going. But she should have did it before she went and seen him for the first time. She should have went right away. Honestly,
I don't know. If she was trying to get, I
want to know
I
who's
still
driving.
feel like a lot of it shouldn't have even been admissible. They never read her rights. But they also
I
said she
really
wasn't
believe
detained.
somebody else
But they
was driving.
also said she was arrested. Those are three contradictions. If I'm arrested, you needed to read me my rights, and anything I say can be used
I
against
think
me.
somebody
And
else
then
was.
I
Somebody
don't
else was
know.
driving. Somebody else was driving, and they fled the scene, and that's what they couldn't figure out. What the fuck was going on? Definitely, because she was too fucked up to drive. She was not fucking in her right mind to even drive a car the way she
And
was
she
talking.
said it a number of times.
Yes, and she said,
And the
"My own."
initial reports were there was somebody else in the
Yeah.
car.
Then why is she? Either she's fucking protecting somebody, or she's a fucking liar. She lied to the cops, or she's protecting somebody. Or
She
you know what
grabbed
I
on
mean?
the lies. She originally started
Really,
off
it's
the
lying.
liar, the
She
liar
definitely
queen.
a fourth DWI. It's like, Karen, come on, man. Just because you didn't hit somebody, you put some. It's 4 times. You've literally. I'm probably more than that. If somebody else wasn't driving, and if somebody was driving, why'd they run? You know what I
Well, and
mean?
that's true. I mean, I
You
don't
know.
know if she's like
But,
so young that they needed to run so she didn't get in trouble for something else. I don't
I mean,
know.
you know what? Like, then at that point, I'm not going to fucking go to 10 years. I'm not doing 10 years for somebody else.
So, yeah,
Get the
would have
fuck
been
out.
like,
My affair and get caught for my affair, then go to fucking prison for 10 years
yeah,
on a DUI. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that's why she's trying to fight it, because she's going to admit this. At this point, you've already lied to everybody about it, or the cops or whatever, because you have been charged now and convicted of it. So you're
Yeah.
not saying to the court that somebody else is driving. I do believe she was. And then if she was driving, who the fuck let her drive? Where were you that somebody would let you drive like that? And David's on the phone with her, cousin David. Why the fuck's he letting her drive? She clearly can't speak or walk. So who's not stopping her? It's pissing me off. Because then David,
Yeah. And so, how did David know to call?
Ray. I don't know why David called Ray. He was on the phone with her during the accident. And then I'm thinking somebody else was driving, because he was on the phone with her. Obviously, he should have known by the way she was
Something
talking.
else happened. I don't know. We need a Dana Wakili. We need a Dana Wakili deep dive on this shit, because I have no idea.
We need to figure. And then, like, honestly, she kind of already did. She said she couldn't find out anything because people were bringing
she
it up.
did. She tried. See, look,
She tried. She said she couldn't find anything, and
it's
it's
the bottom of the stuff, y'all. We
It
try
makes
to
no
come
sense.
through with
She
those
was so
receipts.
fucked up. Where was she, man? If that was that fucked up, where was she? That she was so fucked up that she could not speak, and she decided to drive if nobody else was driving.
But I'm glad she did acknowledge in that thing when she looked
Brenda.
good, not in the sorrowful one
Not
after
the one, not the poor
thing,
pity one,
but the very made up one. She did
I like the made up.
acknowledge that it's for pills and alcohol,
But she's doing
which can
antidepressants.
make her that kind of mess. It can. It depends on what kind
And
of
now
thing it
what I
was.
mean is
It can
antidepressants.
make you that messy.
Just say they're anxiety medicines. Just say it's benzos, because she kind of was out there. I don't know, because we've seen Karen drunk. Karen's not stupid like the way. Oh,
Remember
concubine.
that time she was drinking Fireball when
It was
Monique was on?
like sex stuff though. She was ha ha ha. You know, me and Ray do this. She was being all like loosey goosey. This was like, I don't know who the fuck. Yeah, I'm somebody's concubine that's not even here. Which I don't even know what a concubine is. But it must be something.
Concubine is what Candace said that Ashley was to Barbie, and that's just a person who you like. You're their sex slave, basically.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's what Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen, come on, man. You that body. Listen, without the body, whatever, the camera footage, whatever, I would have been like, yeah, you're not guilty. You know what I mean? I would have actually probably thought that something was up, and probably that but watching that body cam footage it just brings a lot of questions up. Who, what,
it
where
made
were
me feel like she needs help. It didn't make me feel like she's a drunk. It only made me feel like Karen needs a lot of help. I'm not with everybody attacking this woman who obviously needs help. I feel
You may,
like everybody knows alcoholism, addiction is a disease,
yeah, yeah.
period. And in that vein, she needs help. All the other stuff, you can attach it, you can add it. But the
But keep,
bottom line is she needs help,
if
just
she
like
keeps
all the
fighting,
other alcoholics in the world.
go get help
Just
and
like
stop
all the
fighting.
other, yep.
Stop fighting in court. Go get help and stop fighting in court because
Nope,
you're caught.
nope. Always fight for your freedom.
Oh, I know.
Always fight
You hired
because
another
you're
lawyer too.
innocent
You hired one lawyer.
until proven guilty. You're innocent in America until
Yeah.
proven guilty, even when you're black. You're
So,
innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not doing nothing to help a system that's already designed against me to help find me guilty. I'm gonna
and
say,
you're,
nope, not
I
guilty.
don't
Nope,
honestly.
not guilty. Nope, not guilty.
I don't think she deserves 10 years, but I do think she needs to do something to stop her from
I
driving.
think she needs probation. I think she needs further
Where's
rehab
your license?
and
Look,
some
take your license. Take
probation
your
or
license.
something. I don't think she needs jail time for
No,
having a disease.
listen, I'd
She
be
has
happy
a
with
disease.
rehab. No, I'd be happy with her going to rehab and then taking her license and not letting her ever drive again. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, not even that.
She's
If
smart.
she gets her sickness
It's her
healed,
smart. It's her
if
fourth
she gets
one.
her sickness treated, then she deserves to live like a human.
I don't know. That's her fourth
That's what
one.
humans do. There's a whole lot of people that used to do
All right,
even
well then
worse
she
drugs than
never.
that
Yeah.
and did a lot worse than she did, and they get to be reintroduced
How do
into
you stop
society
somebody?
without having their whole life
How do
taken
you stop
away.
somebody from driving? How do you stop somebody that's got caught 4 times now? How do you stop them from ever doing it again? How you can't get away
Hey,
with
maybe this is enough to scare her straight.
it. I hope so.
Maybe whatever the judge decides to do. But I know a whole lot of people in the world who don't look like Karen, who do a lot worse, get less. And it's not even this big of a hoopla.
I
That's
didn't
all
even
my point
know.
is. We
Honestly,
need to
I had
be
no idea.
consistent.
10 years was that. I didn't know. I didn't know they did that. 10 years. That's excessive. I mean, I know she's not accountable, but maybe when she goes away, she will be, and she'll
Well,
tell them.
most alcoholics don't think they're the first
Oh,
step
of course
is
not. Oh, God, no,
not
no,
being in denial, right? But we
exactly.
can clearly see. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
if us as viewers have witnessed her be a little sloshy over the years, like how they're trying to make our girl Sutton be sloshy,
yeah,
but at
yeah.
least Sutton hasn't hit anything because she has Ari to drive for her old boy, right? So, but that is Karen's problem too. Like she had enough money to call a fucking Uber. She had
Exactly. That was
enough money, that
exactly.
part. But
You
obviously,
could have
sure,
clearly did that and
her
hid what
thought
you were doing.
processes are
That's what
impacted
I mean, honestly, if you're hiding
because of
something,
the
that's even better,
disease that
right?
she's in, which
It's
is
not.
alcoholism. She doesn't want to be an alcoholic, but obviously, if you're mixing drugs, and remember the season that Erica Jane was
Yes,
mixing pills and
felt
alcohol,
stupid.
she was,
I do.
nobody said, I mean, she didn't hit nothing,
I did.
but
I did. You're lying. That's not making you act like that. That's because I literally was on the same shit. I'm not, and I drink. That doesn't make. I listen. There's. I don't know. Whatever, man. Maybe people do. If you're gonna say pills, fine. Say pills. You want to say antidepressants, whatever you say. I'm gonna say probably not. Probably some other pill, but whatever she's gonna go to rehab for. I hope she
yeah,
actually takes it seriously when she's there and said she don't have to say shit to us, but for herself, I need her to take it seriously because she's got a
yeah.
daughter. She's gonna have
I need
grandkids.
her now. I'm
Really
with
to not
you,
ever drink again and not
but I
ever
don't
drive.
want her to like get thrown away or nothing. I'm not with
I mean,
that.
something has to happen for her to. She needs some type of. She needs some kind of accountability. They have to give her something. They can't let her go. It's her fourth one. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
think jail time, but they're gonna have to take her license or at least for a
So
year or
it's
2
her.
years.
So wait. So this is her actual fourth
Fourth one,
DUI.
fourth time, and yeah, she got convicted of 2.
And we only know this because Charisse, the Champagne Boom Boom Room lady, said it. Has anybody found like
Yeah,
evidence of this?
yeah.
Or is this the Boom Boom Room lady saying this? Because we know she hates Karen.
I think somebody found it. Like I think she admitted to it. Like like you the first thing there, like you can get off of some
Was
of that.
it, and then what's the time? Okay, so you can have a
You can,
DUI in your 20s, a DUI in your
yeah,
30s, a DUI in your 40s, and
yeah.
now a DUI in
And
her
sometimes,
60s.
yeah, the
Is
two of
that
them.
what we're doing?
Yeah, 2 of them. You don't get maybe 2 of them. You probably got maybe the first one. You probably got like what's it called? The get off jail. PW, what's it called? Pre-trial intervention. So that's probably how she got off maybe one of them. The second one, she could have maybe, could have been a long enough time in between where the first one doesn't count anymore, because now this one could be 10 years. I don't know when the last one
Yeah,
was,
that's
but
what I'm saying. So if
yeah,
they've
probably,
already not been considered,
it
because
probably,
it sounds like based off, maybe they are throwing the book with this threat of 10 years this time, but if
I think
even
maybe the
when
second
got,
time, let's see, she got convicted of 2. Oh, so no, she's been, oh yeah, this will be her fourth one. She's convicted now of 2. So this is her second one being convicted of. I think the 10 years goes with the second conviction. I don't even think they're looking at it as a 4. I think
Oh,
but that's excessive, I think. But the judge might look at the fact that she's already had, you've been here 4 times now for the same thing. I've
right,
got,
right.
I mean, you didn't do it.
Yeah, man, look, I mean, if
Something has
she's
to
into
happen.
the institution of marriage, she should be in the institution and staying your ass out of jail.
Something has to happen. She can't just get off, go away. Yeah. But, she could have went a long time ago. The third one, fourth one, second one, she should have went and got some help. Because why are you making the decision to fucking
And
drive
even
with
Ray, what's up with Ray? Ray should have demanded that his girl go
Exactly.
get some help.
Exactly. Why are you letting her fucking ruin her life? Like, he was, and I know he was trying to get her to stop talking. I'm sure he knows what's up. I'm sure he knows she wasn't driving. I don't know if she's trying to save face for us or who she's protecting. I don't know why she can't. I mean, she doesn't owe anybody, all of us, anything, except you do share your life with us at this point. And we are worried about you. And I was in her corner in the beginning until I saw the body cam, until I hear how she doesn't really think she's got a problem. And I find out there's 4 of them and not just 2. Then I find out somebody else was driving and you're fucking lying. Like, come on, man. Like, I know that the body cam footage was bad, but like at this point, she said what she wanted. I guess at most we're going to get out of her is what she said in those 2 things. And that's fine.
Oh my God, I just had a flash in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Anne Heck?
And Hesh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she had issues, you guys. And she got off a couple of times too. Remember, they found her walking around like butt naked in the middle of the street that time, inebriated. And then she like had another incident. And then it accumulated with her looking for, I believe it was crack. And then crashing into that person's house and dying in fire.
Black and white checker floors.
Yeah, she had a lot of checker floor stuff. And Ellen DeGeneres
yes,
had
it's
to
scary.
do with her.
I feel like her car was somebody with her. Somebody was automatically
that car. Oh my God, it was going like 1,000 miles an hour down the street.
I don't think that was her doing it. I think she lost control of it. And somebody from like another, like, I don't know, somebody could like maybe fuck through their brakes or something. I don't know. Could control.
She was going so fast. What were you doing on that street? Oh my God.
She was burning in the car for 40 minutes. It took 40 minutes to get out of a burning car. Why was she still able to sit up and look like a normal person and where they thought she was going to live? How were you in a burning car for 45 minutes? Crouched down on the floor, but in a fucking body bag, which is a burn bag, but you were able to sit up and look like you were trying to run.
Yeah, we thought she was gonna live. Remember, I was like, she made it.
I would be like, I didn't fucking do this. My car slightly lost control. I'm not fucking like, you're not. I'm getting like, you know what I mean? Somebody's trying to kill me. She probably did up. Somebody's trying to kill me. Somebody's trying to kill me. Fucking get back in there. And then they take her to the hospital, and everybody believes that she's gonna live because they see her. She don't look burned to anybody else. How are you not burned? Why are you in a burn bag then? Why are you at the hospital now saying you're there? Oh, she's woke up and she's going to live and she's fine. Nobody said she was burned. Nobody said, all of a sudden she dies, but she was in a burn bag. She was in a car for 45 minutes that was burning. What the fuck how are you not burned?
On fire. They had to get the jaws of life out and everything. That person's house burnt down.
Then that was a fucking that was a fire. And then watching that and watching the people that cover it makes me fucking go, this is nuts. Her car went. And she had no drugs in her system, no drugs or alcohol in her system. No drugs or alcohol in her system.
I thought she had some in there.
No, I mean, Coke maybe? Did they say Coke? I don't think they said anything was
I'm looking it up. I'm going to Google it. I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I don't know. Even if she did, I mean, honestly, what makes you slam on the gas like that? Not crack, not Coke. If you're doing some crack, you're not going to you're going to be very paranoid driving. Nobody's going to make you slam on the brakes unless you fucking lost control. She was going 100 miles an hour down one fucking road and did not stop. They said she did not.
You're right. They said, was Anne under influence when she crashed into the house? They said she was not impaired by drugs or alcohol.
She hit somebody's car. She backed into somebody's car. I don't know if she bought drugs at that point. Maybe she didn't get a chance to do them yet. But wherever she was, she backed into somebody's car, but then she left the scene. But I feel like something was up. Like, I don't know, to drive like
up. She was going too fast.
Why are you stopping at a stop sign? You went into the house. You projectile into the house. You flew. So you didn't. I mean, she was going 100 miles an hour, they said. That's fucking crazy. I don't think anybody.
Crazy.
Yeah, somebody autonomously was controlling her car from somewhere else, or somebody did something to make her not be, or somebody was in the car with her and they did it to her. and they're lying to us because I think everybody's involved when the checker floor people that illuminate or involve those, because I feel like Ellen did not give a fuck when she died. It was obvious. Ellen didn't care when Twitch died, which is weird. She didn't care when she had no.
It does say she used to use cocaine and weed.
I mean, listen, so did
But
I.
she didn't have any in her system.
No, good. See, I didn't think so, and I don't think they found it. But Christ, a burning car for 40 minutes. I mean,
It showed the presence of benzoglycine, the active ingredient, the inactive ingredient in cocaine, which
wait,
means she used it in the past, but not at the time of the crash.
okay.
Cannabis was also found in her urine, but not detected in the blood. So that means that it was old in her system too.
Yeah, like it'll stay in her forever, you know.
And it supported the lack of fentanyl. Yeah, that I have no idea what happened to the poor
Crazy,
girl.
right?
You're right. She was trapped in there for 45
Yes.
days.
And how the fuck are you able to sit up if you should have been burned to death? Okay. I'm sorry, but you were able to sit up because I feel like you're trying to escape. I feel like she wasn't in the car that long. I think they tried to get her out and they said, you're going, we're taking you, like whoever they take you, wherever Wendy Williams is. You know what I mean? Wherever they take you to clone you or whatever they want to do to you, the people that illuminate when they want to take you away and make you feel like, and when and unalive you, they're like, and she was probably trying to fight it. Like it didn't work. They didn't actually kill her.
Well,
that's scary, isn't it?
So in the vein of Anne Heck, she obviously had issues. They went undressed, and it did escalate to something horrible. Yeah. So I feel like people just should really take to consideration that you never know what day it's going to be, and get a driver. Get a fucking driver if you can afford a driver.
I wasn't even.
That's the bottom line. People wouldn't even be mad with Karen. They wouldn't even be upset with Karen if she didn't almost kill other people. The whole thing here is your ability to, by proxy, hurt other people. That's what the people are mad at.
Just because you didn't you hit a tree, not a person, but you still did that shit. Okay, then you got lucky that you haven't hit another person or killed somebody yet. You know what I mean? Thank God you've only hit a tree or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Like you have now put, like I'm sure more than once. Not it's just only 4 times. And not that I didn't do it either, but listen, I'm lucky too that I never killed anybody. But I never went to prison for it. I've never been caught, I've never been convicted, but I went to jail for other things. But I mean, lesson learned big time. But like, listen, like at 60, you should not do this shit anymore. We're too old for this, Karen.
That's true.
You're too old to be lying. You're too old to be fucking getting fucked up like you are and leaving scenes of, or leaving wherever you're at fucked up, whoever you're leaving, whoever's letting you drive fucked up. You're too old for all of it. Okay. You know better. That's the problem. Like you're fucking so lucky that you didn't kill somebody this time. It would have been so much worse for her. 10 years is a long fucking time. And I don't think that's necessary. I don't think any time is necessary, but her license has to go. She should not be able to drive ever again. She's not trusted. And I don't care if you go to rehab. People go to rehab, people relapse. She clearly can't make these right decisions anymore. If she's still going out and getting this fucked up and clearly driving and lying about it, you clearly shouldn't have a license and you shouldn't be allowed to go anywhere. Or get a fucking driver now. It's time to call a driver.
If you think on the other flip side, if somebody else was driving you around and you're old, like your big age is taking the rap for them, like that's just
exactly. And what's another thing? And what is this about? Like, why are people saying there's somebody else in the car? Why are you saying my only fucking thing I did wrong was letting him drive or something? She said, and he's like, how can you even understand anything she's saying? That's like she shouldn't have been driving anyway. I don't think she could drive. She couldn't walk. She couldn't speak. She was not driving, in my opinion.
That's what I was thinking.
And David was talking on the phone, and he didn't realize this bitch shouldn't be fucking driving because she was a passenger, and he knows it. That's why they were on the phone, and he said, "Oh, I heard the accident." Why are you on the phone with her? Why she's driving? Well, I gotta get it. You have speakerphone, but motherfucker. But you clearly the bitch doesn't know what the fuck is happening right now. So why are you on the phone with her and not telling her to pull over? Because you know why? Because she wasn't driving. That's why. And David knows it. Cousin David knows it. It's the only thing that makes sense.
That could very well be. But even if she wasn't driving, then she needs to tell. And if she was driving, she needed to not be driving.
Who the fuck ran from that goddamn accident? What, like a pussy?
Yeah. I need ring footage from the neighborhood. You know those Vincents had some ring footage. There's a surveillance camera with somebody.
Right. Somebody's letting her take the ring. That's fucked up.
She's letting herself do that.
But the guy, whoever it is a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
How dare you? You know what I
Be
mean? Like,
careful who you be careful who you step out on Ray with, because they'll leave you high and dry, Karen.
they obviously have, because they're obviously she's been convicted, and it sucks for her because either you lied, they lied, now you got to lie. Whatever's happening, Karen, fucking clean it the fuck up. Take some time off of the cameras, get your life together, because something's the fuck up with you. And it's a shame because somebody's letting her take the rap, or she's taking a rap, or if she needs help, I hope she gets the help she needs, and she needs to either leave Ray or figure that shit the fuck out. Or be with somebody else. Be happy. Be with who you want to be with. Be happy. It's time for her to be happy. She has to get over what, I mean, let her go grieve her parents for real somewhere. Go take the time away from the cameras where you don't have to fucking lie to anybody or lie to us, lie to the cast. You don't owe them shit. You don't owe us shit. You have the money to not be here for a little while. Like, take some time. You don't need to be on the camera. Come back, Karen. Like she said, come back, but she needs to clean her up because something's going on with her. Be who you want to be. You obviously got a lot the fuck going on because you can't stay sober. You weren't staying sober, and it's not in my opinion, it's not depression medicine. It is some kind of benzo or diazepam or something that was an active ingredient that was making her, when she drinks, act like you fucking don't know where the fuck you're, because Karen can
Act
be
like Thomas Jefferson is in the room.
She's at when she's drunk. We've seen her tipsy. We've seen her drunk.
She's known.
They like her drunk. She's funny. Remember, they're like, Karen, drink. We love you when you know you're. But she's still Karen though. She's not fucking, Thomas Jefferson's concubine who can't motherfucking see, walk, drive, telling everybody, oh, you're waiting for, and I'm Karen. I know who I am, and that shit. Like,
do you think that
her hair is a mess? I think she was giving somebody a fucking blowjob, if you really want to ask me, because her wig was pulled fuck back. Okay, she looked like she had that just F the look on her. Something was happening. Why that accident probably happened because she might have been giving head to whoever, which, okay, that's fine. I would do that for my man too. I'm saying your hair, she just looked like some of those, because I'm thinking what would make him crash unless he was fucked up, or maybe she was giving him a job, and maybe he wasn't. Well, David was on the phone, but I don't know. She didn't look. She was probably doing something because her hair was a mess. The accident didn't do that. Something was happening. She had her face. She was clearly not on. She was drunk or something, and something else. Sad because he wouldn't give her a tissue. Her face was a mess, and I mean, she looked a mess, and he wouldn't even give her like anything to wipe her face, the cop or anything. You know what I mean? It just looked like she was doing something, or where she was, or where she was doing with whoever it was. It's time to
Why was her wig so far back?
Because I think holding her hair back. You know what I'm saying? Why not, man? Roadhead's fun, but not when you're fucked up and you're giving a blow. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I mean. Listen, she was happy. And she said, I love you to somebody that wasn't in the car with her. She was having a conversation with herself in the car. She said, I love you, like somebody else. And then she realized that everybody else was in the car, but she could have been still going back and forth. When I'm on Xanax, I'm out of this fucking world. I'm out of this realm. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. And that's clearly what, in my opinion. And I hope that when she goes away, but the guy, whoever she was with, is letting her either drive. I don't know. Somebody's either let her take the rap. She's taking the rap, or she clearly should have been driving. I mean, she couldn't have been driving. And it's like watching her, like I said, fuck all of us, fuck your cast, take some time and figure it out, man. Go be with whoever you want to be. Fix your fucking problems or whatever you got going on. Clearly, it's a situational kind of thing going on with her. Lost her parents, her tax, the whole tax thing. Then you're on this fucking show and you're trying to deal with these people.
Show being different than what you really are. Yeah. I like what Andy said about, and the other lady said that she's coming back, Karen. I like that because I feel like this grand dog thing, that's what I didn't like. I was like, look at you. I don't care if Giselle only called her the grand dame to like make fun of her. It wasn't even like a real title. Like she was just like being shady to Charisse, remember? Because Charisse was supposed to be the real socialite, and they were mad at Charisse for some reason.
Right. And Charisse would call Karen to fuck out all the time for no reason. Always
because Charisse has more equally as many ties to the community.
Right. Yeah. But she's a mess too. She looks a mess all the time. I don't know what's wrong with her. You got money. Why the fuck? Fix your fucking outfit. I don't like it. It's like poor Giselle and Robin, and we're trying so hard to look good.
I feel like the women of Potomac all can use a makeover. Yeah.
It's like, goddamn, Charisse, you look
amazing. Ashley She
trash,
looks like
man.
she
Oh,
lives at Dee Dee's bargain basement. Everything,
she
even if it has
does.
sparkle
Oh,
on it, she just makes it look
but
trashy. You know, some
yeah,
people
like
can
she
make
has,
diamonds.
well, she
You know,
couldn't.
yeah.
Yeah. She just had to, she had to downsize. She had to she can't probably get her hair done like she used to. She probably can't because Michael's probably cutting her off. She said she's only getting child support, which we figured that, right? So they haven't finally settled, thank God. They said on the reunion. I mean, I'm interested to see. I hope she's still with Josh. As much as I can't stand Trashley, I can see her happy with this guy Josh because he's good looking, and he's definitely not Michael, and he probably doesn't have the money. But it kind of reminds me of the dude that was on Summer House that she was with. No, what was his name? Luke. She fell in love with Luke, and then after that, because she looked really good after she had the babies, really good. I mean, she looked so good. Her hair was done, and then she just started her hair was not straight, and I guess she wasn't getting it permed, she wasn't getting it done, and she just was wearing these weird ponytails and just wearing his outfit like Deb shops, whatever. Trashley, I don't like you and your Sesame Street friend. Bring in your Sesame Street friend around.
And Robin had no sense of style.
None.
Giselle has
It's a
no
shame
sense of
because you have
style.
Charisse
Parents be
all the
trying.
money in the world.
Parents
Like Charisse can hire somebody to dress her, but she's got all the money in the world to do it. She's so rich, you know what I mean? But she just is a mess. I mean, it's like Charisse, come on, fix your hair. Anyway, whatever, it is what it is. But I'm glad that I don't miss Robin, and I think that Giselle is
me neither. And I hated that I had to endure on Watch What Happens Live. I was like, nobody fucking cares. Why are you here?
Yeah, exactly. And she was also on Nick Vile's fucking podcast, and it was a joke.
They must be trying to bring her back. They're going to try to bring her ass back. Watch this shit. We're going to have to endure her some more. Watch this shit.
Because Giselle's fine without her.
Think about it. Bravo doesn't have people to the Watch What Happens Live who aren't part of the family.
Why was she? Oh, see, I don't know. I mean, look, we don't miss her. Like, she's all nothing going on.
We do not.
And Giselle
and Giselle together are not a winning team.
Right. Giselle doesn't need her either. Giselle, whatever, man. I don't want to say I'm okay with Giselle being there because I do not like what she did to Candace. But, if Karen's real friends are Giselle, and I really do think Wendy was her friend and she fucked that up. But I like how she was happy to said thank you to Candace and how she acknowledged Candace being her friend Karen, I'm saying. And, Karen, she gets jealous of people's friendships. So I think I don't think that Jacqueline's not her friend. I think Jacqueline can go fuck the fuck off. I think Jacqueline and me are disgusting. I don't know. There's something dirty about them.
They are disgusting. You're right.
Always talk about
they are a waste of my television time. They're really declassing the joint. They have brought the freaking vibe of the show down.
Yeah, the other lady.
All this confusion with Mia, and then she's such an emotional vampire manipulator. And she's like, well, so what's to do? What's to do? And then she's going to start crying immediately after you a lot of things are hard for me, bitch. Then get off the show. What's hard for you is telling the fucking truth.
Exactly.
That's what's hard.
Exactly. What is up with Gordon? Are you leaving him or not? Why do you have 3 fucking places to live? It's time to tell the truth to the kids. Gordon shouldn't have to go from one apartment to another apartment because you and Sonic the Hedgehog want to have your own place, which you don't. And then when the kid, you only fucking do cookies with the kids and the park with the kids. It seems like it's like
always half naked around your kids. Put on a mother outfit. Your kids don't need to see all of that all the time. You have underboob making cookies with your kids.
Why
really?
do they think that
that's not appropriate? What mom is making cookies with underboob? It's just not logical.
And who the hell do they think Sonic is? They really actually think that you guys are just all friends. The kids are not.
We don't want Mr. Ink to be our daddy.
Oh my God! It's like you have 3 apartments and these kids don't know what the fuck.
We saw mommy in the bed with Mr. Ink.
Exactly. We don't want him to be our dad. Oh Jesus Christ! You fucked me. You fucked.
But she's protecting her kids. She's protecting her kids. And look,
because she can't tell the truth.
She's acting like her mother. Her mom was a crackhead. This is crackhead behavior, Mia.
Is acting like
crackhead behavior. All these lies and deceptions. You may as well be still in VCRs, bitch.
Especially the same story with Jacqueline, and then we find out she's got a dude for 18 years. You know what I mean? Why are you saying that she sleeps with married men and you guys have slept together and Jacqueline's got a whole dude for 18 years and didn't say shit. You guys are liars. Get off the
liars.
Jassy, you got Jassy, Stacy, and fucking Kay can
And
run.
Jassy,
She's a.
look,
I
I
said
don't know
side
why they put her thing.
hire.
They put that weave front thing up front in
Listen,
front of her ear. Did you guys see that shit?
I don't know
Did
what
you
it
see
is.
that shit?
It's weird. I don't know what that was. A
It
crown,
was
maybe.
like she put on a lace front that came right here.
I wish she
And
would have
so
stayed.
you
I
see
yeah.
everybody's hair starts like right behind their. They had that
Yeah, I
thing
thought it was
like
just for
right here. I was like, "What the fuck, Jazzy?
I know,
That
and
wasn't a side chick." But
but I
he
love
had
the
children
side
with
chick.
other lady.
She gotta admit it. Look, I know she don't look like the side chick, but she was. Even though he didn't treat her like that, she was the side chick for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She was the side chick friend, which is fine. Not
Yeah.
really, but whatever. We're not
Well,
mad
I
at
mean, if
it.
he wasn't
Let's
married,
just
as
say
long as he
it,
wasn't
man.
married,
Guess what? He chose you, and let's just admit it. He chose you. Okay, he chose you,
right.
and you guys are, and you're happy. You're getting
And he
married,
could
and
have chosen because she is the
but it
one with
was
no kids.
weird.
Because
A
I
year
kind
old.
of feel like, did you see that's one thing came out this weekend where there was some kind of professional athlete and he was all booed up with this girl who's like plastic everywhere and a waist this big and booty this big. And then she had the baby and he went on to the next one. It's like, because
That's
it
kind of what
seems
happened
like
here.
when they have the baby, all of a sudden the
This is
conquering
weird.
is over
Like
on
she
to the
did
next.
get with this one chick. That's the thing. So you kind of were the side chick. He was just leaving her for you because you were in her
Yeah.
seat at the Super Bowl. He's been in 5 Super. You know what I mean? And it is fine. What it is, what it is at this point. Just girl, it's more messy. We like it better this way. We like the messy. But I like
Yeah.
her. I want her and Stacey and
I
Kate.
didn't like Kay's last season also. Kay, her
No,
outfit, she has this thing with chokers and
well,
her
I was
boobs
good.
are too close to the choker thing. And then she does a pixie and then she had like 3 baby hairs right here that she had glued
Oh,
from
I
Meredith
forget.
Marks' wig at the Tiffany party. She
Oh my
called
god.
Meredith Marks in Salt Lake City. She's like, "You still got the bangs?" And
No, we're
Meredith's
done.
like, "I'll send them
She
over
was
because
Meredith.
I'm
Like
done
seriously.
with them."
Meredith seriously was still backing up her bangs. She was doubling down on the bangs. She still fucking thought she looked cute. After all of us told her she didn't. She's so offended that we don't like her bangs, Meredith. Are you
You
kidding
can
me?
leave. Well,
I
so can the
don't
bank,
know.
Meredith.
Okay.
The
You want to
banks
keep
can
Meredith?
leave.
If we stop talking about you, Meredith, then you'll be irrelevant and you'll realize that we fucking you need us, bitch. Like
Yeah.
literally just get rid of the bangs,
Well, we
please.
all kind of need each other at this point. We in this
Well,
shit
listen,
together, y'all.
like I said, the eighth housewife is the freaking, is the showrunners, right? And we're the ex-husband and ex-wives of them because they hate us and we hate them, but we need them and they need us, and we hate
Yeah.
that. We love it. It's like a love-hate relationship. They treat us like the ex.
We're like those people that get voted off of Big Brother and
Yeah,
then
well, they
get
vote us
back to
off.
get
They
yes.
need us though, because if we go away, do you go to CNN when you want to know about reality TV? When you want to know where Cardi B was fucking this weekend? Who did you go to
Oh,
CNN?
the athlete. Yeah, she was
Come
while
to social
Offset was
media.
on with another video vixen,
Listen,
she's on to bigger and better things of
social
people
media is
that
where you
like with
find out. Like
careers.
we're 24/7, like Sports Center. If you want to know what's going on in reality TV, we are always on there. Somebody's always on. Somebody's always breaking news. So that's like we're important. We make them run without between seasons. We keep them relevant. They don't realize that we get no fucking respect at all. That's what I'm saying. We're like the
Yeah.
ex-husband, ex-wife. It's like why? Because we know everything. Because you need us and you know it, motherfucker. And we want to get
Right.
because you got to pay us. You know what I mean? You know, like you got to give us child support. And you hate that shit, but you need us. So shut the fuck up. Like, but we get treated like that because we get no respect. BravoCon, we have to pay full price. It's like, oh, here's my ex-husband. Here they come. Here's my ex-wife. Fucking this fucking cunt coming. I fucking bitch. I need her. You know what I mean? Like they need us. They need us when they want us
Yeah.
to be relevant, right? But then it's like when we don't do what you want, it's like, and then it's like, and then this weekend, what do we get? We get these fucking stupid complaints sent to fucking bloggers, right? From allegedly Blake Lively. It's like, how the fuck are they
No
sending?
way. She's reaching out to bloggers.
Listen, for some fucking random reason, before this amendment thing came to yesterday, random bloggers were getting like big ones. Well, TMZ turned them all down. There were 3 complaints allegedly sent to Sony 3 different times from people on the set, but the names were redacted and the dates were redacted, and it wasn't from. It didn't have like Sony's or something. It looked like they were allegedly sent to Sony, but Sony said they never got any complaints. So nobody knows where the fuck who they came from. They were randomly sent to these fucking bloggers. People kind of were covering them, but I don't know what's going to happen with them because they look fake the fuck to me. Because now her amendment says nothing about this. Her amendment says nothing about it.
Wow. Did you see this weekend
Yeah.
on Saturday Night Live, like 1,000-year anniversary or whatever? The
Yeah.
Lively's were there.
Oh yeah.
Did you
I
see
see it.
that? And there was
At
some kind of
first,
weird thing.
At first, I thought, oh, no big deal, because they might have been invited way before this was going down, and why not go out? But when I watched, and I didn't think his thing was any big deal until everybody kind of pointed out what was fucked up about it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that is kind of fucked up. Like, you're making light of it now. You could have just said nothing. And I heard that everybody felt very uncomfortable. Nobody really wanted to talk to them. And guess why? You are fucking, like, what's it called? She said now they're what's it
The
called
black
when you,
sheep ostracized,
well, like, no, everybody's
passed
afraid to be
off.
around them. What's it called? Radioactive, right? She said, I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, you are, because guess what? You're accusing people of doing things and touching you. Who's going to want to get next to and take a picture with you? What if
yeah,
you think be the next one you're accusing of fucking touching you the wrong way? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Nobody's going to trust being around you fucking liars, because you're a proven liar. Your allegations were weird, and then we saw that you lied, and you're telling us not to believe our own eyes. And people are like, you're fucking radioactive until you guys go to court, because the fucking truth comes out and you lied, asshole. So it's
Yeah,
not a
that's the
joke.
bottom line. Don't be a
And then you
liar, bitch.
reiterate your fucking amendment. You say the same shit you already said. Nothing
Yeah,
new. You're alleging things that people said you're allowed to say, but you're not giving people's names. Nobody wants to be involved because you're a liar. Like, what the fuck are you doing, wasting our time? I can't wait to talk about this. I can't.
and even like, why is Andy
Oh God.
letting Mia just lie? Like, I
Yeah,
don't feel like
yeah,
that
yeah.
was a lot. All
Well,
the answers are just spinny. I know I'm all over the
why
place,
did she
but
dick
you
them
were
over?
talking about lies, and it made me think of the
Why did
most
she give it?
liar
Why
I
did she
know.
give? But why did Mia dick them over too? Why did you invite them to Miami and not show up? Why
That
would
was
you do
weird.
that and not
That was
call them
weird.
while they're in Miami to meet you? And it's like, Mia, you're
And
lying
why didn't you
again.
invite the ladies that you've known longer? Why didn't you invite everybody else?
Because I feel like, you know what? But you know what? Because at this, what do I say? After a couple years, after they fucked each other over a couple times, they're not real friends anymore, because the showrunners make them fuck each other over. So you really have, you only just have the new girls, but she fucks that up too. And she
Yeah.
tried to lie on camera again. Oh, I didn't invite them.
Again.
Like
And we
me,
caught her in the lie. And
it's
then
a
she
lie.
got on Watch What Happens Live and lied some more. And then when Andy called her out on that, she was like, well, you're
Yes,
just ordinary.
she
Didn't
needs to
she call
stop.
her and Kiki? She said that, yo, you guys are just ordinary.
That's
Or
fucked
something
up,
she
man.
said. It
He's
was
an
something.
asshole. What a
But I
fucking
would
bitch.
like to go. I have to go. I have to
Oh
go.
yeah, yeah.
I was working today, and well, I work
Okay.
every day, but had like this thing this morning. So I was like at first in the bushes, and plus I
Oh,
had
me
lunch.
too. Me
And then
too.
I decided to come up because I love you and I
Love
love the
you.
Krista Marie, whose
Thank
side are you on? Chat of it all. And I just
Thank
have to
you.
come
Thank
up,
you.
I feel, and
I love
but
it. You keep the chat going. You keep me going with the show, and we talk about stuff, and everybody loves it because we get our, we talk about.
no,
Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you.
love
Everybody,
you.
please.
I love you too, you guys. You just make it a great day. We all, you know what? There's enough to go around. So
Always.
go get some.
Oh,
Always. We're on
what are
our
we
most benevolent timeline.
It's been about
Choose
time.
that, claim it, affirm
We do.
it,
Always on it.
ask, believe, receive, go for it.
Being the
See you
highest
guys next
level.
time.
Everybody, yes, everybody smash the largest buttons. And please, you guys probably already have our link in there, and it's always in my description anyway. And Erin too, smiling with Erin D. And hey, Kath and Terry. I saw Terry too. I don't know if I said hi to you, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. What we just talked about. I'm gonna come back and talk about it. I'm gonna see if I can find the amendment. I'm not gonna read all fucking the whole thing, because it's just like it literally took freaking Jolene 6 hours to read it. 6 hours, and it was repeated over and over, and it was like, and I listened to the whole thing as it came out. It was another thing, 11:59 at night. That to me, you're not making you're still making a mockery. That's a joke. The fuck are you doing? Is this like funny to you? Oh, let's wait to the last fucking minute. You make people think it's not, like, to me, that's a joke. Like, and I think that's a fucking just another sign of how they don't take this seriously. Like, she knows that she's fucked up. She repeated herself. Anyway, I'm going to talk. What time is it? All right, it's when, oh yeah. So I always say what time, and then I always push it. But anyway, let's do 3 o'clock, I guess, maybe. I'm gonna make the link and I'll send it out. And I'm gonna do that, talk about the amendment and anything else that's happening today. I don't know, but we got lucky the other day when I was talking about it that I caught Billy Bush with Brian Friedman on, so we were actually watching it as he was live, and it was the first and only interview he did after all the shit that happened over the weekend. And he said, look, like, we're not going to stop fighting this. We're not going to there's no reason to settle. I'll talk about this later, but I have a lot of thoughts with Billy Bush too. I feel like he doesn't get it. Sorry, we're not going to say sorry. No, sorry is not work. This it doesn't work this time. We don't want a sorry from her. We need her to fucking shut the fuck up or tell the truth. Okay, that's it. Not that hard. Stop lying. Stop alleging things now. Now you're just fucking saying shit. Now you're just like throwing shit out there. And nobody wants to say their name. That's a fucking problem for me. Say who the fuck you are. Who said these things? Put their name on the complaint. It's like fucking wild. She makes me nuts. It's like you're wasting. You make other fucking victims look like they're crazy. You and Amber Heard, man. You just need to stop with this fucking I'm a victim, and then you're really not. And then you change it. It's like, oh my god, never reiterating the same thing you already did. Oh, and then when she fucking gets caught lying, then it's all on. Now it's also his fault. We're not stupid. She thinks we're stupid and we can't see things. We couldn't see for our own eyes. So all the people that are fucking, all the bad press she's getting, it's not because she lied and we saw it in Justin's fucking Justin's lawsuit. No, not because she's a fucking liar. No. Couldn't that be it? No. Are you kidding me? We can see, asshole. The fuck, man. This girl's Delulu. She thinks that we're stupid. She thinks that we're just these little bloggers that don't know what we're talking about. And we are the bad press isn't because of her. Couldn't be because of Blake. Because you're a fucking liar and we've seen it. And we're not dumb. Hundreds of us see. We're not stupid. Brian Friedman said we're amazing. He said thank God for us. That's what he said. He said, you know what? They should be helped. Like, honestly. And I believe him. Thank God for all of us. Because if it wasn't for us, the metadata, you know what? The New York Times would have got away with the fuck they're getting away with. And they're not Blake. Blake, we're not stupid, bitch. Okay? Well, I will talk about this in an hour, though. I will make it for something. I don't know. I'll send you the link. I gotta go take it. I'm just like, this bitch thinks, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being mean. All right. I love you guys. Okay. Who's starting on podcast? This was Housewives with me and Larger Curves. We talked about Potomac because of reunion and Karen and how I feel about it. And of course, we don't all agree all the time, but I'm glad that's the way, like, we're not a cult. So we all respectfully agree. We love each other. And that's what's wonderful about all of us. Because, you know, we don't talk shit on each other. We don't go behind each other's back and make up lies. You know, love y'all. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours, maybe an hour or two. I'll let you know. And talk pop culture news and